Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Sidebar. Sorry it's been so long. We took a little bit of a hiatus. Got a great episode for you guys today. Pirates of the Caribbean double feature, which I think we realized probably
Caribbean?
could have been a
Caribbean?
Caribbean. We don't
Caribbean?
actually have that conversation. We probably should have had that
No.
conversation.
What do you think we talked about
Um,
in the episode? I feel like you didn't say it like that all episode, and it's really bothering me now.
I
Sorry,
went back and
sidebar.
forth a lot. Yeah, I really go back and forth. Well, get ready to hear me go back and forth on Caribbean a lot. It's a great episode. We caught up a lot on what we've been watching recently, and we list off a lot of good shows for you guys to add to your list, and some movies in theaters that you guys should add to your list as well. Before we get into the staple sidebar categories, we skipped the Oscars today, which is totally fine because we had a lot to talk about with some great movies in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, we play.
All right,
We play
Cam.
all the hits today.
We do play all the hits. Speaking of hits,
hits,
Cam, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Dun 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 dun.
What up, Sidebar Nation?
Sidebar Nation.
Is it a country? Maybe a state? We might be a town municipality.
Sidebar.
We're
Yeah.
probably a town municipality at this point.
Yeah. What up, Sidebar Municipality? It's your two favorite podcast hosts. Oh God, it has been. How long did we take off here?
It's been probably a month. It's about a month by the time this comes out.
I would
3
say
weeks?
2. I would say 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah.
I think it's been 3 weeks.
You know what's so funny too is listening back on almost every episode, we always start with "we're back." So, and I think it's funny because everybody's been saying this phrase like "we're so back" recently. You know what I mean? Like that's swept the internet.
Yeah.
Like people are always just like, "Damn, we're so back." Like we were kind of on that before anybody else, if you think about it, because we were constantly having to re-record sidebar episodes saying we're back. So
Yeah, we always
I
come
think
back.
you can chalk that saying up to the sidebar. This is that fair.
Very true.
How you been, pal?
Good, buddy. How
Yeah.
about you?
I've been good, man. I've been
a busy 3 weeks, so that's why we haven't been able to.
It has been. Yeah, it's been very busy.
Also, like, let's get out in front of this. Like, I don't know how many more double features we can just sign up for. Like the time commitment, and like you think you got time.
Yeah.
5 hours.
Yeah.
Working through, and it sounds so good in my head. I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to little double feature Pirates. This is going to be great. And it's just like,
you're a big double feature guy.
I don't have a lot of free time anymore. Double feature was really cool in college. Not as cool when you're an adult.
You know what's funny too is I'm looking at my list of what have I been watching recently, and it's pretty long. And over the past 3 weeks, I have watched a lot, so I certainly have had.
We don't talk for a week, and you watch 7 new fucking things. Like, of course, your list is like 30 long, dude.
It's funny. Like, I always have time.
Why don't we just release? Here's what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna release a teaser side episode where you just yap about what you've been watching. Like, we'll just cover like May 1st, and I'll just give you to May 15th. You tell me, that'll be a side episode. You just tell me what you watched since the 15th. That'll cut your list probably in a third.
Dan's filibuster or something where I just go off. You know what's funny is I think we both probably could deliver like arguably how long is like the longest filibuster ever recorded? Because I feel confident that I could do one.
I don't know. Probably at least 30 minutes, right? Minimum?
At least 30 minutes, dude. They go for like a day. Like I feel like people have filibustered for a day. What's the
recorded though?
Longest filibuster. How do you spell filibuster? The longest filibuster in U.S. Senate history as of 2025 is 25 hours and 5 minutes. Dude, I could easily do that. That's a day. I could talk for a day. I mean, like that's essentially what we do on this podcast. I could talk for a day. If you give me some preparation, all I need to do is watch. I would say like I could talk for an hour about a movie. So yeah, like give me 20 movies or TV shows, or maybe just like watch an entire season of The Sopranos or watch the entire Sopranos. I could talk for that to talk about that for 25 hours. Yeah, easily. But I like that idea. Yeah, we're back with a great. I like the double feature though. I think for today was a smart move. But you know what's funny too is after watching Pirates 1 and 2. We could have made this a triple feature, man. I mean,
Yeah,
this
and
is a
honestly, like we probably should have because, and
we,
I was thinking about this too. If we did a double feature, we should have did what we did with Top Gun and did the first one alone, and then done second and third because the second and third are one movie. It's parts one and two.
are you talking? Oh,
Not,
you're talking about Top Gun Maverick?
no. I'm talking about like kind of what
Oh,
we, how we split it. We did the first. We didn't do Top Gun and Maverick together, like
right.
because there were two separate stories. Like
Yeah.
I feel like Pirates two,
Yeah, yeah.
and
It's kind of
and
funny that
yeah,
we did
like
Pirates of the Caribbean double feature, and we didn't do a Top Gun double feature. Like, why did we do
yeah,
that?
and the Top Gun episode could have been like an email.
Yeah, yeah. The Top Gun could have been a double feature, and we did a double feature, but we should have included the third movie in this because not for nothing, the third movie's really good, and it's a pretty good
Third movie's
lead.
great. Third movie's great, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm definitely gonna confuse things that happen in the third movie, just
Yeah,
like from my memory. That like
you will.
after
I'll let you know what you're saying
yeah,
if what you're saying is from the third movie because I freshly watched one and two, so I'm pretty up to speed. I think it's also worth being said, like, I think they made too many of these movies. I really do.
well
Like they've
they're making a sixth, right?
yeah, they're up to six. I mean, I
Well,
did
no,
see
they haven't made
five.
six. No, yeah, they haven't made six yet. It's six is in development. But here's the
Yeah, but
thing, like
too
they
many.
it's the classic. They do this the late sequel, which I guess it wasn't as late. Like all these franchises that are doing like a really late, like late sequel to capture some of the stuff. Theirs was only like 4 or 5 years after. It wasn't too bad. Like
When the fourth movie came out, you
yeah,
mean?
because fourth came out in 2011.
Okay, so yeah,
So
so
they've kind
and
of
the
had a
fourth,
film every like couple years. It's
yeah,
not. It hasn't
yeah,
been as
yeah.
drastic. This is
First
probably
one
the
was
longest. This is the longest drought they've had, which is about 9 years, right? 2017.
ye, yeah, 2017 was the
Yeah.
last one. The fifth
And
one
like,
didn't come
I
out
haven't
till
seen those ones, but like the whole, it's just all about, Jack Sparrow and
yeah, I think they really started to play. I mean, the fifth one was forgettable. I remember seeing it in theaters. That's all I remember from it. But I mean, once they lost the director, I'm
yeah,
pretty sure.
Gore Verbinski. Yeah.
Yeah, Gore Verbinski hopped off after three, and like that's in my opinion when it stops. It's like it's the classic Disney, it's the Disney trope where they can't let something die. And like I think similarly to like Toy Story, if you ever saw Toy Story, the third movie, I think even it's a famous director talks about it. It's either Tarantino or like
Yeah.
Martin
No, it is
Scorsese.
Tarantino. You don't, the story ended. There was a
The
perfect
story
ending.
ended.
Like,
There
they
was
didn't
no
need to.
need for four. There was
Yeah.
no need for four.
Yeah. No need. And they
Um,
still made it. And I don't even think four was bad either. It's just
I
like,
agree. I don't think
it's
four
just
was
like,
bad either.
yeah, it's just like, you can't do that.
Why don't we just let it die? And I think similarly to this, but like you have one of the most iconic Disney characters of all time in Jack Sparrow. Like you might as well just milk him for all he's got. And not for nothing, Johnny Depp probably
I mean,
loves
look,
playing
are
him.
you? Yeah, I was gonna say like one. If you're Johnny Depp, you have to just be like Pirates is like the only good thing
Hell
you got
yeah.
going, especially like during those years, right? Like let's
Well,
look
yeah,
back to the
yeah.
trial. When was that? Was that 2021 or 2020?
Um,
That was a
that was like
while.
during COVID was that trial.
Yeah, so that was like during the filming of Pirates Five
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, Amber Heard. That was like all during the like her Aquaman movie too, right? So
Yep,
it was around the
yep,
same time as that.
yep.
Yeah, I think they should have just killed it, but whatever. I mean, the first three are phenomenal. In this episode, we're only going to talk about one and two. I think we really just wanted to talk about two, but we had to be like, well, we might as well talk about
No, because you
one.
know what, one has a lot of good moments in it that
One
you
is a
just
good
like,
movie.
and you know what, I think one is such a tight film. It's so
Yeah,
good.
tight, start to finish.
There's no. It's funny, but it's not
Yeah,
like quippy. Like a
yeah,
lot of films are now.
yeah.
I mean, like we
Well,
can just we'll get into it in a little bit. Let's get through,
yeah,
the little pre because I know you got
yeah.
your 10 items.
Yeah. What you been watching? I'll start with you. What have you been watching in the past couple of weeks before I just descend down a rabbit hole here?
All right, so I once saw Thunderbolts. That was good. Big
Oh, did
fan.
you like?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought it was really good.
Mm.
We're kind of getting to a point where it's just like Marvel movies are just all like kind of they're
Mhm.
all like kind of the same. But I thought this one was good. It felt like a little Guardians of the Galaxy, type where
That's
it's
what I'm
like
hearing.
characters you don't really know or care about, but it's like a good
Mhm.
good band. It pushes the story forward. I think
Yeah.
um, I don't want
How
to.
did uh how did our boy Lewis Pullman do?
Oh, great dude! Honestly, he was probably like one of the best parts of the film. You know,
he's the bad guy, right? Or he's the
he's the
good guy. I
bad
heard
guy. So
he's
like,
got
all
a
right,
good
so
villain origin story.
yeah, so well, he's like the villain, but he's not the villain. So the real villain is like the government lady who is the head of the FBI. She's putting together the Thunderbolts. She sends them all to to go like destroy this like bunker full of evidence or something, and he pops
Okay.
out. Now
Yeah.
he's Sentry, so like I know you don't know anything about comic books, so I'll
No,
just
I
explain
don't.
it to you real
But
quick.
talk me through it, and it's
So
something that I want to watch.
he's like Superman, right? Except
Okay.
he's like Superman, but he gets sad sometimes, and when he gets sad, he
Oh.
puts everyone into the void,
Oh.
which like doesn't kill them, but it just like they become shadows. Like it's literally like a spot on the ground.
Oh, sick.
Like if you watch the trailer, you'll like know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But he's incredibly like strong. But he just gets a little sad. So they have to find a
Yeah.
way to defeat him. Maybe with the power of friendship, perhaps, or they punch him in the face. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you to figure out what they do. But
I'm wondering which route they're going to go down, considering it's Marvel. I'm sure it'll be the power of friendship. So this is supposedly the next
no, it's more of a
Avengers.
yeah, but it's not like more of a family movie. It's a little more like
Yeah, yeah.
not like darker, but it's more different like kind of tone.
It's a Marvel movie. They all
Yeah.
kind of follow the same
They're
category,
like they're
portraying.
like a similar they're a similar group though. They're just
Yeah,
another
yeah.
superhero team.
Yeah. I love the cast. I love
They're
David
like this.
Arbor. I love
Yeah, I mean
Florence Pugh.
they're
Like,
like the Suicide Squad of
okay, cool.
Marvel. So it's all like villains or
Yeah. Did you ever end up seeing Warfare?
No, I didn't. I really wanted to. You told me it
Okay.
was awesome, right?
I think
Like
we
you really wanted
talked
to see that.
about in the Shawshank episode, which is the last episode we did. I like that night I was going to see Warfare, and holy shit, what a movie! Go see it. It's
Yeah.
incredible. It is start to finish like a nonstop, just anxiety
Mhm.
inducing like war movie. Really good, great cast. A lot of like up and coming actors. Like you've got like your Will Poulters, and there's another kid in there that I'm blanking on his name, but like there's a lot of there's a lot of guys in this that are like on the come
Who
up.
directed it?
This guy named Alex Garland,
Okay, yeah, he
A24.
did. Yeah, I know.
Dude,
He just did the Civil War movie too.
yeah, he did Civil War too. And if you've seen Civil War is awesome as well. Like, and I'm psyched. A24 is coming out with an Elden Ring movie. Holy shit. This is my
That's like
favorite thing in the world.
this is like
This is
this is like when the times you have a meme you can't send anybody, and it's just like the
yes.
one
No,
specific
but
crossover.
yeah, like
That's
this
just like
is
well, I'm
uh
sure some people have that crossover too and are hyped for it, not just you.
this is a movie I will be seeing by myself in theaters. I might actually I've never been to a movie theater by myself, but like I think I'm gonna have to go see
All
Elden
right,
Ring by myself.
quick sidebar. Movie theaters by yourself, rip, 100%.
Yeah, that's what
Love
I've
it.
always been told
Because
that.
you know what, like people are like, oh, like I might look like a loser going by myself. There's like a little bit of stigma about it. No, you
No,
go in, you watch the
no.
movie, you fucking leave.
You
You don't
fucking
have to do
leave.
like you don't have to have any, you know, people bothering you. You can pick your
Yeah,
seat. How many
yeah.
times is there a great one seat all the time? Like
All
if
the time.
you're a packed
Every
theater,
time.
oh, guess what? A group of four sitting next to each other, then a group of three, and there's only
Yeah.
one good seat in the good row. Otherwise, it's sitting
Guess
in the
who's
fucking
sitting
front.
there?
Yeah,
Damn.
exactly. You know.
Yeah. That's gonna be me. And I
All
think
right.
if there was ever a movie to do it to, it will be Elden Ring. I don't know a lot of people who have played the game that are in proximity to me that would want to go see the movie. And I know if you've played the game, it's the most confusing lore on the planet, and I just can't wait to see it brought to life. And Alex Garland is directing. And once I heard that Alex Garland was directing, like, thank fuck they're making like this. This is gonna be good. Like, I just know it's gonna be good. And after having seen Warfare and Civil
Hey,
War, like that just confirmed it.
he's just their drama Jordan Peele.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Exactly. He's really good director. I mean, these
Yeah.
movies are incredible.
Yeah.
You should go see Warfare. Absolutely, a movie that's worth seeing in theaters. I also really want to see Friendship, the Tim Robinson movie with
Yes,
Paul
with Paul
Rudd.
Rudd. Yeah, that looks
Yeah,
good. Does look like
I
I think you should leave sketch from the
it
trailer.
looks like yeah,
I
it's
can't
like
take Tim Robinson. He just like is always like I can't. Have you ever watched Detroiters?
yes, it's one of my favorite shows.
It's like I just it's the same. I can't picture it
Everything
in a
he
movie.
says,
Yeah,
everything he says is
his
hilarious.
delivery is
It's
but it's
perfect.
yeah it's perfect, but it's like it's so like in a movie like it's just so uncanny. It just
It is
doesn't
going to be
fit.
weird. It's going to be
Like it's
weird.
gonna be interesting to see how it plays out.
I'm excited. I
Um,
can't wait. I really want to see that one.
Speaking of movies in theaters, have you seen Lilo and Stitch?
You know,
The
okay,
remake?
no, but weirdly enough, I have been bumped. But
Let's talk about it.
I've been bumping the Lilo and Stitch soundtrack like nonstop the past couple of days.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like the music is so good, feel good music. Like I love it. Like I work out to that shit
Okay.
sometimes, dude. Like it's awesome.
Well, let me tell you that I don't want to spoil you, but the movie is not feel good anymore. All right.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you gotta. They
I
made some
mean,
change. They made some changes. Not great. Not a fan.
oh Disney.
Yeah.
Disney. Why? Why are we doing this?
I
Why are we remaking cartoon movies in live action? Like
and if you're gonna make it, like, I want a shot for shot remake.
I don't want it at all.
Yeah, I don't want it all, but if they're gonna do it right.
I don't
Like,
I, mean, I
what?
yeah, I don't
Like,
even think
I'm
there's a right way to
I'm
do it.
tired of these creative choices.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree. So, I mean, the
like I
movie
can
or
tell you, in every movie, live action, there's at least one change that's just so problematic.
yeah,
Right?
agreed.
Yeah.
Totally. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of these Disney live action remakes. I saw Aladdin, Guy Ritchie, shout out.
Yep. Shout out.
Um, I
Also,
did,
I don't think
I did.
there's no problems in that one, dude. Actually, that one's fun. That's a
I
fun. It's
mean,
because of Guy Ritchie, probably. I mean,
yeah, there was. I'm sure there were plenty, but like they were
not to get into
overshadowed by it.
not to get into another Aladdin conversation on the
They,
podcast.
they
But Will
were.
Smith in
Listen,
Aladdin is just great, dude.
they were. There was plenty of problems in that movie, but they were overshadowed by Blue Will Smith. So who
Yeah,
cares? Movie rocked. I did also see the live action Beauty and the Beast remake with Emma Watson.
I like the first one.
Um, yeah, that was like one of the first ones. I feel like I went to see it and not great. So like this, their
Lion
live
King remake,
action.
trash.
Okay, well, here's my qualms with the Lion King is they're saying it's live action. They didn't use real lions and monkeys and tigers in that movie. They just made better quality
Because
CGI.
it's motion capture. That's why it's live action, but it's bullshit. You're 100%
It's
right.
bullshit. It's just better. It's still animated movie. It's just
Yeah.
better animation. It's still an animated movie.
Yeah.
It's a stupid thing to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, needless to say, I will not be seeing the Lilo and Stitch remake. But it was also a sad movie when it came out when it was a cartoon. That it's really sad as a kid watching that.
Yeah,
There's
but
a lot of sad
now it's
moments.
just more hopeless. Like I like without spoiling it, I can't really tell you.
I heard that there was no Gantu in. You remember the big guy, the big
Yep.
shark-looking guy from the
Yep.
original? No
No.
Gantu?
No. No game two.
Who plays Jumba and Pleakley?
Jumba is played by fucking Zach Galifianakis. That's right. I don't remember who plays Blakely, but yeah,
Jumba needs to be like a big Italian guy, sweaty Italian, like Bobby Bacala, like Steve Shrippa could have been Jumba.
would have been perfect Jumba, dude.
He
Live
would have
action.
been the perfect
You
Jumba
don't even have to put
casting.
him in costume. He just goes out there all sweaty with the meat sweats.
Yeah, he's holding like a play of gabagool, like that's who Jumba was. Pleakley, I'm pretty sure Pleakley was played in the live action by the same guy who voiced him. Um, Live action Pleakley. What the heck was the name of the guy? Or maybe it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It wasn't him. Um, yeah, I don't know. Not enthused about that. I am surprised that you went to see that though. It's an interesting movie to go see in theaters, but good on you, man.
There's something else I feel like I watched that I wanted to go through with you, but I don't
You know
know.
what's funny
Oh,
is
you know what? I watched episode 1 of Severance.
oh, you did episode
Yeah,
1. Okay,
yeah. Episode
cool.
1. I
How
need to
confused
watch
are you?
more. Very, and it's just like this is the problem. It's like, how am I gonna go to episode 2 without like forcing myself to do it? Now here's the thing. I know I'm gonna catch fire at some point,
You'll
and
catch
I just gotta
fire.
go. But
You'll
it's
catch
like,
fire.
you know, I'm not. How long am I gonna take to catch fire? Give me an episode number you think I catch.
End of season 1.
Oh my god, you're trying to get me into
Yeah,
this shit. End of
I
season 1, man.
I
Can
like.
I? Can I watch a season 1 recap and pick up season 2 or no? I'm
I
not gonna
mean,
understand it because like that's
that would be an
you,
insane way to watch the most popular show Apple
yeah,
TV's
but I
ever
just
had.
don't
But
like. Dan,
sure,
I've like I'm trying. I just feel like I don't care.
I'm
Like
not gonna tell you how to watch something, but like that's
no, I'll
that's
power through.
insane.
I'll power
That's
through.
insane.
I watched episode 1. All right, I
The
watched
thing
it.
the thing about it is season 1 is it's such a convoluted storyline to Severance that you do need all of this buildup. Like it's true. And then it's true what they say. Season 2 rockets. Like rockets. So I mean, yeah, if you want to watch a recap to season 1, like go for it. That's insane in my opinion. But like I'm not gonna yuck another man's yum. I was hooked on Severance like pretty early, just due to the fact of how original it was. Like there's no show like it, and it's just such an original storyline that I was like, I'm so in on this. I had a similar reaction to I watched Silo on Apple TV. I think you heard about this, Rebecca Ferguson,
Mhm.
and and I'm talking to my brothers watching it, right, and they're super into Silo, and I'm watching it, and I think I was like 7 or 8 episodes into season one, and I just wasn't messing with it. And I remember texting my brothers, and I'm like, "Hey guys, like, at when am I gonna get into Silo here?" And they're like, "I was hooked after the third episode," and I was like, "Oh, I'm 8 episodes in, and I don't like it." And they're like, "Oh yeah, you don't like the show? Like, just stop watching." And I was like, "Okay, cool." Like,
And look, I have
I gave
watched
it the old
one.
college try.
I have watched one episode, so I'm not fully out, right? And that's where I'm
Watch it,
at.
continue. I mean,
I
I
don't
know
know.
it's hard.
I'll give it a few, but like, there's just so many. You know, like we talk all time great shows. I'm hooked right away. Even like
Yeah,
some, like there's not a lot of slow rollers. Like even like let's talk like Breaking Bad. You're hooked episode one for fucking
I
sure, right?
agree. A lot of
You know,
people disagree with
so
that take, but I agree.
like so really, I
Yeah,
that's
dude, I've met a lot of
dude.
people. Maybe
All
it's
right,
just a Utah thing.
maybe it might be episode two they get hooked because I think the first episode is technically two episodes like split apart because that's when in Breaking Bad like where they it's when Walt he's got the pants off he's recording the
Yeah.
video to the police.
Dude, at the end of the first episode, he's got a gun to his own head. I'm like, I'm in.
That's
I'm in
what
on this show.
that's what I'm
I'm in.
saying. It gets so crazy.
Yeah.
Sopranos episode one they're running around town. Tony's doing the narration. You're hooked
The
episode one.
Sopranos almost didn't even get picked up after episode one.
Well, it was a lot different show episode one than the rest of the
Yeah, it is.
series. Like with him
Yeah.
narrating, it's like one every movie in the 80s 90s about the mom.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
narration over the top. It's the
Yeah.
the Henry Hill type narration.
Yeah.
And then
What's your
even
third?
I'm trying to think of like not best show of all time. The one that comes to mind, and like it's not because it's the best show of all time. Chernobyl like hooked me right away, dude. That show was
Oh,
great.
Chernobyl was
Dude,
incredible.
like I like it's just because it's a limited series. I don't think about it like that,
Yeah.
but it's so
Yeah.
fucking good.
I think as far
I've
as
been getting
like,
clips of that again, and I just
me
like
too. Me
it's
too.
just
Me too.
you know how many
As
times I quote the "not great, not terrible" 3.6
yeah.
rockin'. Like it's just
Yeah, I mean, hey, a little shout out to Stellan Skarsgård, who's in Pirates of the Caribbean too.
yeah. Hey, look at
Plays
that. We
Bootstrap
owe
Bill.
6 degrees of sidebar
I think as far as like limited series go, Chernobyl is absolutely
by
up there
far.
for one of the
Yeah,
best
yeah.
limited series I've ever seen. Like that, and it's HBO, so it's so perfect. You know
Yeah.
what's funny is when I talk about my big three TV shows, it's Breaking Bad, Sopranos, and my third is Dexter. Weirdly enough, like
Dude, I'm getting
Dexter,
spammed with clips on Dexter, man.
dude,
I'm getting
Dexter
spammed.
really got me. Dexter
Okay,
got me.
all right. That's a I gotta watch. That's I gotta
It's
get that
so
on.
good, and it's like the perfect amount of cheesy and interesting, and also it's Michael C. Hall is like acting circles. Like I put Michael C. Hall in the category of like Walter White and Tony Soprano. Like Dexter Morgan is an
Okay.
unbelievable character. So the only thing that sucks about Dexter is like they refuse to let it die.
Yeah, I
They've
know.
made
There's a new show, right?
there will be 3 new shows that have been made since the end of the original Dexter, which is crazy.
3.
So yeah, it's just too much. Um, that's a good callback to Stellan Skarsgård. I'm gonna hit you with some. I'll go fast on my what I've been
Yeah,
watching because
let's
it's
do
a
it. Yeah, just
lot.
do a little rapid fire.
4 seasons on Netflix. Great cast: Tina Fey, Will Forte, Coleman Domingo, Steve Carell. Phenomenal, like fun, like rom com kind of thing. It's kind of cool how they do it. Every episode is this group of friends from college going on a different vacation, and um, every 2 episodes it's a different season. So the first 2 episodes they're on like a summer vacation. Next 2 episodes they're on a spring vacation. Really fun, pretty emotionally charged. Really good. Next show, Poker Face on Peacock. It is, what is the name of her? I am blanking. She is from Orange is the New Black. Her name is Natasha Lyonne.
Mhm.
Fun. Ryan Johnson directed. It's like a episodic whodunit. Really, really cool. It's on Peacock. It's fun. It's interesting. It's hard to binge, but it's a really fun show. So 4 seasons, Poker Face. I finally got around to watching the Bob Odenkirk action movie, Nobody. Have you seen
Nice.
this? Have you
I
seen
don't
Nobody?
think I have seen Nobody. Big like
Really
it.
fun.
They're coming out. Oh,
Really
no. We were texting about this the other day.
coming
Right?
out with the second
second
one.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I thought I look at it as Bob Odenkirk's John Wick, like really fun action movie, turn your brain off, mindless, but it's just fun to see Bob Odenkirk being badass because we all love him.
All right.
And
I'm
I will
gonna
be seeing too.
Nice. I'm gonna interject before you rip off 10 more.
Go
And
for it. Yeah, go for
I'm
it.
gonna close with these two so we finally talk about pirates because you for a month unchecked on your watching is just you're gonna have a million things. Let's
Whoa,
talk
whoa, whoa! I still
CW
have
real
a
quick.
couple more. Wait, I
Yeah,
have a couple more.
oh my fucking god, here we go. This is
Let
what I
me
was
let me
talking
just
about.
let me get my last couple in.
Let's go, rip through.
Okay, on the reality show vein. So those were my fun, movies / dramas. Reality show vein. Secret Life of Mormon Wives is the gift that keeps
Bam.
on giving.
Buddy boy, just ask your neighbors and they can tell you what's going on.
It is the most insane reality show
What's our
on
listener base
television.
like in Utah? Do we have anybody
That's a
who's
good
not
question.
who originates from Utah listens?
I think I have a lot of friends out here in Utah who are listening to the podcast. Like they give me compliments and stuff. Shout out to all my friends in Utah that are listening to it. But I
Yeah.
don't think what's funny is the majority of my friends that I have out here in Utah, like none of them are actually from Utah.
Yeah, that's why I asked from Utah. We need the local.
Yeah.
Because then
I
you
don't
could
know. I
get
mean,
then you could just like you could
we
give
might
that insight on the sidebar and they
we
you
might
know
be a little too crass for the actual Utahns. They don't like to cuss. Um, but yeah, Secret Life of Mormon Wives is the most outrageous reality show you'll ever see because they're all dead nuts sober and they're being more dramatic. So insane show, watched it all. Love on the Spectrum season 3 is also one of my favorite reality TV shows. Connor, James, like they're some of the funniest people on the planet. And it's the most wholesome reality show. Like it's such a good break to go from like the over the top outrageous drama that is Secret Life of Mormon Wives to like going and watching Love on the Spectrum, where it's like real people, real problems, wholesome energy. I love it. I watched all 3 of the Oceans movies in one day when I was hungover in bed. Those movies are fantastic, and I think we should talk about them on the sidebar.
you
When
know
was the
what?
last time you watched Oceans?
Not for a while, but like I'm absolutely down. I've been wanting
They're
to
so
rewatch.
good,
I've
dude.
been wanting to do a rewatch of all 3.
Yeah,
We
one
should just
is
like
arguably the best.
honestly like and this was a kind of sidebar of the sidebar. We should start ripping trilogies. I'm just like there's just you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
why not Jurassic Park? Lord of
Yeah,
the
why
Rings.
not?
You
Well,
know,
we
it's
had the
just like,
Jurassic Park versus Pirates,
yeah.
and I think Jurassic
So
Park is still something I would do.
yeah.
And also, like, weirdly enough, like, and I loved Jurassic Park growing up, but Disney I think it was Disney, no, Universal, no, it was Disney. Is Jurassic Park Disney?
Jurassic Park
Um,
is Universal, buddy.
okay, but they killed it. They put too many out there. But the new one that they're coming out with ScarJo and Jonathan Bailey, like, it looks really good, and I think I want to see it.
Yeah.
So I'll see the most recent Jurassic Park, but yeah, the trilogies are what's up, and then we could finally talk about Lord of the Rings, which is all I ever want to talk about.
We have to do extended editions. We did.
Yeah. All right, and to cap off my what you've been watching, can you guess which movie I watched again? I'll give you one guess.
The Gorge.
I watched it again.
Is it
The
not
Gorge is a good. The Gorge is a good guess, but no, I shamefully watched Wicked again.
Fuck. I was hoping just by avoiding the musicals, it just like.
Oh, I can't avoid it. I watched it again. I can't get enough of that movie. It's so good. All right. Do you have any more?
Yeah, shout out to CNW Network. All
Oh,
American.
the CW.
All American and The Flash,
Oh,
baby.
All American.
Love All American. Did rewatching season.
I've never seen it. I've heard it's great.
You should watch it, man.
It's super cheesy, right?
It's so unbelievably cheesy, but it has the CW show magic from the early 2000s of like a Smallville or something like that.
Yeah,
Smallville.
Like,
dude, it's fucking perfect. And like, shout out CW, The Flash. My brother's obsessed
the cable and wireless communications network, man. Wow. The Flash,
shout out CW.
Yeah, I actually watched The Flash, the CW show The Flash. It was pretty good. I liked it.
I mean, it's like obviously it's like wicked funny when they have like the villains on and stuff. They have the what's
like,
Ian from Shameless's actor's name?
Discount
Cameron Monaghan? No.
The kid who plays the Joker. He's a good Joker though.
I know, but it's just so funny seeing like the makeup and effects they can have because it's a CW show and it's they do a good job for it, right? But
they don't get the money that Christopher Nolan gets or or Zack Snyder gets for sure.
Yeah.
That's so funny. CW Network. All right, we've been going for about a half an hour. Should we move into our Pirates double feature? We can keep it concise because I think a lot of our conversation will probably
I mean,
revolve
yeah,
around
like
the
a
same
world.
thing here.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think first off, right? Obviously, I think we both like number two better. I think it's more of just like the story of two is better.
I
The
don't know. I
story,
don't know what it is.
like, I just feel like maybe more happens. There's more parties at play. I think the bigger action in two feels good. Like, we can
Yeah,
just the iconic scenes in two. I feel like are more.
yes,
But then
agreed,
there's a lot of
agreed.
scenes that are excellent, and like let's just go best scene right now because like I need to start ripping through when I get going here. Like there's so
But
many
you
good
want to
ones.
do best? You want to do best scene first? Okay.
What were you thinking? Best line?
No, no, I was just gonna. Yeah, I was gonna move through it, but let's do best scene, man. What do you got for best scene? I have some. I have a mixture of best scenes from Pirates One and Pirates Two, so let's
All
just
right.
do it
So
that way.
yeah. We're just gonna put them all together.
Yeah,
So I think Pirates One. I think that one of the best scenes, and this is like a long scene, but when they steal the interceptor, when he
yeah,
steals,
dude.
dude, and
Yeah.
he like,
Oh,
and I have a gripe now.
oh
Why does
boy.
everybody have to make the smart character like they nerfed him and he's dumb later in the movies? Like they make him like visibly dumber. I know he's supposed to be a drunk. He outwits the ever living fuck out of the
No,
East India
dude.
Trading Company. Dude, he takes the boat. Him and Will get on the boat. They like threaten to, I don't know how they. I guess he's
He
got a
does the
gun.
old bait and switch, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah. How does he get the first guys off the boat?
but
Is a
you know what? I
question.
think he brought a gun to a knife fight and won that. I don't think they had
Yeah.
a gun. I don't think they had a flintlock pistol on them. You know what I mean? So
No.
he wins
Yeah.
by default. They get off. He steals the interceptor that comes up to take it, and it's like there he's gone.
It is
And
such a. You're
and the
so
fact
right.
they're walking, they got the canoe, and
The
they're just
canoe.
walking under the water. It's like
Canoe
that
under the
doesn't work.
water. The canoe under the walking under the canoe is an iconic moment in like any movie. Like that's
Yeah,
such a like you're right, and I love how you just put it. Like they nerfed the fuck out of Jack Sparrow because in that scene he's just smarter than everyone, and he really is. Like he's so smart, and then he just ends up. I feel like the rest of the movie's like just getting lucky, and all of a sudden he's alive.
he's just like dumb, and he's a comedic relief, and it sucks.
Yeah, he just
You know
ends
what I
up
mean?
like bumbling his way into these situations. But like, no, no, Jack Sparrow is a very smart guy. There's a reason why he was the captain of the Black Pearl. So yeah, I'm glad that you said that. I had that as like an honorable mention, but it is such a fun scene, and it starts a great little rivalry between him and Commodore Norrington,
Yeah.
which becomes a fun little rivalry. Yeah, I had that in my best scene, and I would say my next best scene from Pirates One is the fight between the Interceptor and the Black Pearl. Okay, now Jack is like captaining the Interceptor with the crew that him and is it Gibbs
Yep.
came up with together,
Mhm.
and just that scene in general from a cinematic perspective, like I really want to take a moment to just appreciate these movies came out in 2003 and 2006, 2007. The practical and special effects in these
Dude,
movies
the
is it's
CGI holds
to
up
this
so
day
well. Like the
it
and another one of the scenes kind of piggybacking off of that, right?
yeah
Um, when the skeletons are first, when
yeah
you first kind of see the curse,
yeah the first time you see the curse when he
and
reaches
it,
into the jail cell.
yeah, it's just like it holds up. But even when they alter, turn, like at the end of the
Yeah,
movie,
yeah,
when they got the blood and he's got Elizabeth there, and he like
yeah,
cuts
yeah,
cuts the hand and puts the blood,
yeah,
they're
yeah,
like,
yeah. Keira Knightley, man, she's so great in these movies. I love Keira Knightley. I love
yeah,
Keira Knightley in these movies. I don't think I like Keira Knightley in other movies,
yeah,
but in
she's
these,
great. She's perfect as Elizabeth.
she's so. I'll tell you what. One of my first crushes is definitely Keira Knightley in these movies. Well, maybe not one of my first crushes because I was like already 10,
Yeah,
but she looks so good. Secondly, especially in the second movie, she looks so good when she's like already like she's a pirate now. Oh, she wears being a pirate really well. But yeah, no, the CGI. I think I made a note like obviously the CGI holds up well, and I think that's what the second movie is so well known for is the CGI from the Flying Dutchman and the crew is and still to this day holds up so well. But like the way that they do it, and I think the name of the CGI company, ILM or something. I forget the name of the company that actually did the CGI for these movies. They were a Disney company. They they're doing this really cool thing, especially in the second movie, where that's like the motion capture in the second movie is like a big part of what made it
dude,
so successful.
I'm sure you've seen a
Um,
million times the reel of just Davy Jones where he's
of
like the
yeah,
little tentacles grab his hat. as
Yeah.
they're going down. And it's like the level of detail and the
Yeah,
CGI
dude.
is just like so good.
Like Bill Nighy is doing some insane stuff as Davy Jones in the second movie. He's acting circles around
Oh,
people.
dude, it's so good. And like, it's funny. We talk about best performance. There's a lot of underrated performances, and like the
Agreed.
whole,
My best performance category is humongous.
I mean, I think there's still like a clear cut winner. I just think there's no way
Yeah.
you out dispute him. But we'll have
It's
the
really
conversation there.
cool. Going back to the CGI piece, like it's really cool in especially the skeletons in one. They're constantly moving in and out of the moonlight, right? And it's like only in the moonlight are they going to be the skeletons. And so it's like they're having to marry like humans in like it's not like cut it's a skeleton, cut it's a person. Like they're physically like changing on screen. And like that's a hard thing to do in 2003, man. Like this goes this blows it was this movie these movies are way ahead of their time in terms of practical effects and visual effects, and not for nothing, like there's some good CGI now, but I don't think it's as good as what was done back then. Like I don't want to be the old man sitting on the rocking chair, but like dude, this was how it's done. I don't know if you ever saw Avatar 2. Did you ever see the
I
second
did.
Avatar
I
movie,
did.
Way
I
of
did.
Water? I remember going to see that movie in theaters and thinking like, am I watching a video game? This looks terrible. Like Avatar 1 CGI was revolutionary, right? 2005, same
Yeah.
era.
Yeah.
Um, but like I don't know what happened in the world where in the past 15 years, like somebody flipped a switch and CGI just sucks now.
It's
Like
just
it's
like
just not
it's too
good.
hyper realistic. Like they try to make it,
Yeah,
but it becomes like uncanny valley, type thing. You know what I mean?
right. It just doesn't look good, and but Pirates is such a good example of like how good CGI can be when done correctly, but also married with the proper amount of visual effects, because I think a lot of these movies like I'm sorry, practical effects, like a lot of these movies are some insane practical effects, and and I'll talk about it in a little bit in the second movie, but you can marry the two. You can find a really good middle ground. Whereas I feel like today it's just all CGI and it's a CGI everything, and it's like you're doing too much here, man. But yeah, no, it cannot be said enough during this episode how good the CGI and the practical effects of these movies are, and still to this day hold up. Um, so good, man. These Pirates movies, like, I'm actually really glad that this got chosen because I hadn't seen Pirates of the Caribbean in so long. I'm a Disney kid, right? So I grew up going to Disney World, going to Disneyland. I was very lucky to be able to go there. And the Pirates of the Caribbean ride is one of the best rides in Disney World. If you've ever
That's
been, it's
it's
so
it's
fun.
an elite ride, dude.
It's an elite ride, and I think I heard this once, and I'll believe it forever that the movies were based on the ride.
Actually,
I
true. So
think
it's
that's
funny you
true.
say that.
Hit me with some.
I got a bunch of development stuff. All right, 2001. This guy writes a script based on the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, right? So based on a story about, story based on the ride. His story sucks. They don't like it. It's too about pirates, right? They hired this other guy named Stewart rewrite the script because he has a knowledge of piracy. That's in air quotes in this article. I don't really know what that means, right?
He's a
He
knowledge of
writes.
piracy.
He talked about making a pirate film based on the ride while tossing a frisbee with a friend and wrote a first draft titled "Quest of the Caribbean." I don't know why the frisbee's included. I don't know why that's
It's important. It's
good
world
thing
building.
his idea sucks too. So they hire these two other guys named Ted and Terry,
Nice.
who worked on
Th-
Aladdin.
They ended up coming out with their own ice cream line that rivaled Ben and Jerry's, but it
Yeah,
failed.
yeah. No, that's evil Ben and Jerry.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, you know, uh, sorry.
That was really witty by me. That was a really
This
good witty
fucking
thing. I
no,
just...
no, no. I'm not laughing at you. This guy.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
This The next line in this article is just when Dick Cook managed to confirm this producer Jerry Bruckheimer to join the project, he rejected this guy's script because it was straight garbage. Literally, the quote in the article.
Is that a Jerry Bruckheimer quote?
No, I believe it's Dick Cook, the guy who
That's
I think
crazy.
he must be a producer.
Imagine these are these are Jerry Bruckheimer movies. They're very different if these are Jerry Bruckheimer movies.
Like,
That's so funny.
They literally hired like 5 people to write the script. McConaughey almost signed on to the role.
Oh, that's a good casting. What if?
They also wanted, if they were going to do it direct to video, they would have picked Christopher Walken, which talk about a fucking trip. Christopher
Walken is Jack Sparrow?
Yeah.
Good Lord. I don't know about that.
And Carrie Ellis.
Yeah, I can't never do a Christopher Walken. This will
Yeah.
always be the day you remember as
Yeah.
being the day you almost caught Captain Jack
Jack
Sparrow.
Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow.
And then Carrie
Carrie
Elwes.
Yules?
Yules.
Yules.
Yules, that was it. He'd be good. He would have been good. He would
Carrie
have been
Yules is great. I mean, he is, a pirate in Princess Bride, so
good.
he would have been fine. I love Carrie Yules. My dad looked just like him when he was young.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, it's a cool story that this was based on a ride. That's not something you
Did
see
you
very
also
often.
know the people at Disney were super cheap and they were asking why it cost so much? And then Jerry Bruckheimer put them in their place, saying your competition's spending $150 million.
Good for you, Jerry Bruckheimer. So I'll already correct something that I said. Like I forgot that Jerry Bruckheimer was involved in these movies. I think he was involved in one and then some of the later movies, but two and three I
They're
don't think.
Bruckheimer Films. They're
Yeah.
like, they were the production company.
Yeah, okay. So so Jerry Bruckheimer. I mean, the budget was only 140 million, which back then is nothing. Well, I mean, I guess I'm sorry. No. Back then it was probably a lot. Today it's nothing. But yeah, no. I mean, 140 million. Like they got a lot done with 140 million dollars, dude. Holy shit. Um, that's so funny that somebody said it was straight garbage. That's a great quote. Um, Cool. Let's keep going. Let's keep reeling. I don't really have any more scenes from Pirates One, if I'm being honest with you.
No, I
Like
mean
I do.
I think a lot of the ship fights, but like they're just done better in two. Like
Yeah, I
that's
think.
we could talk about the end scene where it's the you know what? I got one more. It's more of an honorable feels like more of an honorable mention. But like
Mhm.
when they get when the skeletons get on the boat and they start slitting throats of the guards,
Mm.
that's a cool scene. They sneak onto the boat, you can't hear
Yeah.
them.
Oh yeah.
Like that's a cool when you're a kid, when we saw I
That's
was
what
like it's
that
terrifying, dude. Like,
I
it's
I
very
made a note about that in the second movie. Like, dude,
this
the
movie's
second movie's
tonally
scary.
yeah, dude. The movie's tonally all over the place, but it's like it fits perfectly. Like it's just
Yeah, like,
so
is this a kids movie? Is this an action movie? Is this funny? Like, what are we going for here, man? Like, should
Mhm.
kids be watching this? I don't think so. I think one, kids could watch it, but like two, no way, man. I'm not watching that movie if I'm like a 10, 12-year-old kid. Like, that's fucking scary stuff, and they're murdering people, man. Like,
yeah.
it's no joke.
Uh,
Yeah, for two, I think my favorite scene in it might be my favorite scene in every Pirates of the Caribbean movie is in Pirates 2 when with the cannibals. It's
yep.
what our
Yep.
background is. Like
It's so
this
perfect. Yep.
the entirety of this scene, like from start to finish, give him some credit. Like there's so many good things, yeah, going on in this scene. Like the costumes are amazing. Jack Sparrow running on the beach is amazing. The crew and the
The
nets.
just the crew, the nets, the set pieces overall. You got to think when they're fighting, right? And they're fighting, before they're running away. You also have the scenes of them. It's Will and Jack just sword fighting. They're
Yeah.
in they're on the like a wagon wheel type thing. They're just
Well, so
through the building.
that's
They're all
towards so the wagon wheels towards the end of the
no,
movie.
no, no,
It's
no,
in a
no.
different scene.
That's
Yeah.
him on the wagon wheel. That's him on the wagon wheel. I'm talking about when him and Will are on a they're in that building. I think it's it looks like a farm
Oh,
that they're
oh, oh,
on.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
talking
okay.
about? Like when they're escaping from the island, like they're fighting
Oh,
before,
yeah.
and it's just the situational, like they're jumping on planks and stuff, and like
Yeah,
launching the other
yeah,
one up. It's like
yeah.
it's good. Yeah, no, I mean, let's just get
I
it
know what
now.
you're
Let's hear
talking
it.
about. Yeah,
That
yeah.
other scene is one of my best scenes where he's
Yeah,
on.
also one of the
Yeah,
best things. We'll talk about that in a sec. But yeah, I think I made a note to just say like this was also 2000 what this movie came out in 2006, right? Pirates 2 came out in 2006.
Mhm.
Um dude, physical comedy was I feel like so high back then, and like we just
Yeah.
don't see that anymore, and there's so much physical comedy in this movie, in these movies as a whole, but in this movie and even more specifically this scene, there's so much physical comedy like with Jack. He's getting roasted over the fire by the cannibals. He's gonna get eaten, and then he's got the thing tied to his back, and he's fighting with the two women, and they're throwing fruits and vegetables at him, and he's like catching them on like the spit roast on his back that he's tied to, and he's like, he's jumping, he's using it to catapult himself across. He falls down. Like the physical comedy in this is so good. And like similarly to like when the crew is in the nets, right, and they're swinging back and forth in the nets, and there's like this classical music playing in the background.
Mhm.
It's so good. This movie's funny. Like the second movie, like you said, tonally is all over the place. There's so much comedy, and then there's just so much darkness. Um, but yeah, dude, how can you not? And then obviously the iconic run, right towards the end, like
Yep.
when they're all on the Pearl, they look around and you see Jack, and then they see the crowd behind him, like, and you get the Jack Sparrow iconic run
Yep.
is yeah, it's nobody like nobody's doing that. Like no, there's no character like Jack Sparrow, and there might never be another character like Jack Sparrow. But it also is just a testament to how great Johnny Depp is in these movies. Um, but yeah, such a fun scene. Such a fun scene.
Yeah.
I think it's the best scene in the trilogy.
See, I disagree. Well, I mean, maybe
Okay.
here's the thing. It's probably like I get these scenes confused. My best scene in the trilogy is the sword fight between,
Yeah, Will and
yeah,
Jack
Will
and
Norrington.
Norrington.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the best
Common.
one because there's so many but it's about the key for
Yeah,
the
they're trying
treasure
to get the
chest.
key.
But they're all fighting over it, and there's this
Yeah.
again the set pieces. They're all fighting in that big spinning is a water wheel, I
Yeah.
believe, right?
Yeah, it's a water
Um,
wheel. And
and
dude,
they're
it's
all
so
fight.
cool if you
The sword
see
fighting is just so good though. Like it's the
yeah.
choreography and like they're all it's a
Yeah,
very
it's
good
it's
fight.
really cool if you see how that was done too. If there's like a cool behind the scenes video for how that was filmed, where I mean, that's a real wheel. Obviously, they're fighting on it. It's not CGI. It's practical effects, and they had like hand grips all over it that were hidden that they're kind of grabbing onto and holding onto. Um, but they basically like stuck a camera to the wheel itself so it's spinning, and then they're spinning the wheel attached to a truck as they're just driving through the forest with another camera on it. So you have like two angles, one of the wheel from afar and one on the wheel. And yeah, like the stunt team was doing that for a long time, and then the actual actors got on. Like Orlando Bloom was on that wheel, and I remember like seeing an interview with him when it's over, being like, "I never want to get on that thing again. Like that was insane. Like it's such a cool thing
Yeah,
to go through."
I appreciate when actors do like some of the own stunts for the realism
Yeah,
part
yeah,
because
of
like
course.
I get not doing it all the time. Like I just watched a video of Tom
Tom
Cruise
Cruise.
breaking his fucking ankle,
Yeah, I mean,
and
yeah,
his first
Mission
thing when he gets
Impossible.
up is, "Did you get the shot?"
Yeah, like yeah, there's the spectrum, right? The spectrum is I won't do my own stunts. You're Tom. You're either I won't do my own stunts, or you're Tom Cruise, or you're somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
And I think these guys marry. They have a good marriage, of that. Um, yeah, it's that is an iconic moment, and I thought for a long time that took place in the Cannibal Island, but no, it takes place a little bit later towards the end of the movie when they're fighting on that.
I think
When they're
it's
fighting
on
on that wheel.
Cannibal Island. It's just a different
They
sequence.
go to like a different they go to the island where the dead man's chest is, which is what has Davy Jones's heart in it, and it's
Yeah,
a different island than the Cannibal Island. But a lot of these islands in the Caribbean, like, it's okay if you get them mixed up. They all look pretty similar, so it's hard to tell. But I mean, the locations were insane. Like so many good like establishing shots of these islands and stuff that you see. Such a beautiful place to film. Like I can only imagine. I think they were filming Pirates 2 like during one of the heaviest hurricane seasons the Caribbean's ever seen. Um, and that must have been pretty hard for production. But yeah, such a cool place to shoot. Love that scene that you mentioned. Like the way it's filmed is awesome. I also had I think I'll do one more spew about how amazing the CGI is. So like the first time you meet the Flying Dutchman and Davy Jones, like that's another really good best scene when you first basically get to see the entirety of what's going to be the second movie, which is Davy Jones and his crew on the Flying Dutchman for the first time. Davy Jones is playing the friggin' organ with his tentacles,
oh, so good, dude.
like
Every part of
so
Davy Jones
iconic.
is just like put together perfectly
Dude,
well.
Bill Nighy is doing so good as Davy Jones, and I love Bill Nighy. He's such a good actor. But yeah, I mean, I think, and I remember watching it, and being like, okay, here's the moment. Like, is this CGI going to be as good as everyone's saying? It still is. It is. It absolutely is. Like every single character on the Flying Dutchman, even the Flying Dutchman itself is a ship. Like it all looks so good still, and it's
Mhm.
so creative. And Stellan Skarsgård, with all that makeup on, that's practical effects, but
Part of the
there's
ship, part
just
of the crew, man.
yeah, I mean, like yeah, meeting Davy Jones for the first, and also like Davy Jones is a really scary, menacing villain. Like he killed, he's killing all these crewmates. He's throwing them overboard. Like he's pretty scary as far as villains go, and I think he definitely needs to be in the conversation for one of the better villains just of all time, just based on how iconic he looks. He's got such an iconic look. Um, so yeah, I would say putting meeting Davy Jones would be on there, and then my last kind of best scene is just there's two scenes in here with the Kraken, right? The Kraken in the second movie
Yeah.
is such an incredible. They really make the Kraken horrifying. I love a monster movie where the monster is like scary. I wouldn't consider this like a monster movie, but like um, they make the Kraken really horrifying in the scene where it takes the ship down, and especially the first time it takes the ship down. Really cool the way they did that. If you remember, there's like another ship that Will and Elizabeth find themselves on that gets completely obliterated by the Kraken. And what it does at the end is it takes two giant tentacles and it collapses the whole boat down the middle. And the way they did that was they basically took two massive pipes filled with, I think, 30,000 pounds of concrete. And they put CGI all around the outside of the pipes, or put like blue screen around the pipes, and they just dropped the pipes onto the ship. And that's how it was filmed.
So
And
cool.
they had some explosives in the middle, like such a cool way to do it, man. I mean, I cannot talk enough about the practical effects and the visual effects of this movie. Just so good. And yeah, the Kraken is scary. I'm riffing right now, so cut me off. My thalassophobia, I have thalassophobia, right? It's like the fear of the open ocean, like the deep blue sea scares the hell out of me. The scene when like Will falls out of the ship and you just see the Kraken in the water, like eating the ship, like literally gave me chills. Like that's horrifying.
Yeah, bro.
And
You would not do well on open waters.
I could never be a pirate, and I would really like to be a pirate, but I could never be a pirate. I'm too afraid of the ocean, man. It's scary. So scary.
What do you think the best scene is, Rick?
Again, I think my favorite scene from the entire trilogy is the cannibal scene, the run on the beach, the swinging of the nets, Jack Sparrow with the thing on his back. Like, I really do think that's the best scene. I think it's awesome. So much fun. What do you got?
I think the sword fight, but I honestly like those scenes would feel like the same scene to me.
I agree. I would absolutely say
one A, one A, one B it. Love it.
The wheel is one of the most impressive feats of like in any movie ever.
It's so good. And 2006, dude. 2007.
I know, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Like
again. Do you have any best lines? Do you want to talk best line real quick? Because I only have 3, and they're all from the first movie, and they're pretty small, but like they're iconic, you know.
I think more iconic is like this movie. It's more quotable. There's not like this isn't we don't have some deep and like introspective lines here. One of the ones that make me laugh all the time is "Hello, puppet." That one fucking kills me.
Yeah.
One of the pirates on the Pearl?
The two guys, Pintella and Rigetti, those two, like the bumbling idiots, kind of the guy with the eye falling out. Yeah, they have a lot of good lines. So the opening line to the first movie is "Yo ho, yo ho, a pirate's life for me." The little girl is singing it. That's in the ride. Pretty iconic moment. Pretty iconic line. Dead men tell no tales. The parrot squawks that in the first movie is a really good line. But I think my favorite line comes from Jack, and it says, "This you will always remember this day as the day you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow." Such a good line.
I think it's like 2 lines and they're pretty far apart, but it's in the scene where they steal the one boat to steal the interceptor, and he's like, "This is the worst pirate I've ever seen." And then the other Eastern trading guys like, "This is the best pirate.
This is the best pirate I've ever seen." Yeah. Jack Sparrow.
It's also it's the you're without a doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of, but you have heard of me.
But you have heard of me, yeah. You could go on for a while about the Jack Sparrow lines, and just the way he reads these lines. But yeah, not a ton. Do you want to talk a little best performance?
Yeah, I'm in. I mean, like
it's a big cast, especially between 2 movies. It's a big cast.
I think I think a lot of people. I think it's down to like 4 or 5, 4.
Yeah, I would say probably 4.
It's Depp, it's Rush, it's Orlando Bloom, it's Knightley, and then like
it's those 4. I mean, if you want to put a 5th in there, like I would put Bill Nighy in.
Yeah, I think he's probably the best.
Davy Jones, absolutely.
Yeah. Honorable mention to Stellan Skarsgård.
Honorable mention to Stellan Skarsgård, Bootstrap Bill.
but it's more in
He
the
is more
third.
in the
He's got
third.
the more like depth and performance there. You know.
He's got a big performance in the third movie. Another couple of actors who are really good in this is Tom Hollander, a young Tom Hollander who plays Cutler Beckett, who is the villain in 2, ends up being the big bad guy in 3. Iconic moment of him in the third movie when the ships are fighting and his ship is getting destroyed. Like, that's such a great moment. So Tom Hollander's really good. Kevin McNally, who plays Gibbs,
Yep.
Jack's right hand man, he's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Davenport, who plays Commodore Norrington, really like him. Really like his performance. Pretty menacing. Also a big role in the third movie. Jonathan Pryce as Governor Swan, Elizabeth's father. Jonathan Pryce is a massive actor now. I think he's an Oscar-winning actor, and he was in these movies in kind of a small capacity. Hey, young Zoe Saldana in the first movie. People forget she's in this. She's really good. The 2 actors who play Pintle and Rigetti, who are the bumbling pirates that we all love, are Lee Arenberg and Mackenzie Cook. Those 2 guys are really good too. But yes, if I were to name a top 4, it would be Jeffrey Rush for Barbossa, it would be Keira Knightley for Elizabeth, Orlando Bloom for Will, and then of course our guy Johnny as Jack. I love Orlando Bloom just because I love Lord of the Rings as well, and I mean we get him way more in these movies than we get him as Legolas. He doesn't say all but 5 lines as Legolas, even though like everyone knows Legolas. He doesn't say much, but
It's
Orlando Bloom's great.
Yeah,
He's great as Will.
I just think here's the thing: like, you can't beat he he's Will Turner in the movie, but like Johnny Depp is Captain Jack Sparrow. They remade the fucking ride to match
him.
Yeah, like at the end of the ride, and you know what I'm talking about. But
yeah.
If everyone's been on the ride, you get to the end and it's a fucking Jack Sparrow puppet. And apparently, like, this is a rumor, I guess, or like a probably folktale that like they had him like in the ride for a day, just like kind of fucking around.
I've heard that.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think it's true.
I think it was like promo for them, or one of them. When they did the re-release of the movie, or when they did it. But he would like subbed in, which is wicked cool.
So cool. Imagine just sitting in like an air-conditioned little cave all day and just waving at people who are coming by on rides. Like, it sounds kind of fun. Yeah, no, they're all really good. Again, I'll give Keira Knightley a lot of props. Like, I like Keira Knightley. I've seen her in a bunch of stuff, but I think she's so good in these movies. She's really fun in the second movies when she starts to blossom as Elizabeth. She's like doing sword fighting. Keira Knightley herself was like, I think she said in an interview that she was like, oh, I wanted to sword fight more. Like, I didn't want to just be like this damsel in distress the whole time. So like in the second movie, she becomes like a really fun sword fighter, and a lot of the stuntmen were like she was the best. She was the best at doing the sword fights on set. She was better than everybody else by the end of it, and she's really fun in the second one. And then Jeffrey Rush is great as Barbossa, and Barbossa plays a big role in the first movie. He's really not in it in the second movie until the very end, and then obviously he's in it in the third movie. But Jeffrey Rush's Barbossa is he's really good too. But yeah, I mean, this is Johnny Depp's, in my opinion, magnum opus. I mean, I can't think of a better Johnny Depp performance than this movie. I know, I mean, Johnny Depp is an awesome actor. I go as far as saying he's one.
This is all modern Depp is. Like, you know what I mean? Like you have pre-Depp, which you've like pre when he's big. You have like Edward Scissorhands. You have
What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Yep, you have was it Ed Wood?
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. You have Blow. You have what's the friggin' Donnie Brasco? Like he's.
But this is what launched Depp from being like a art film guy to just being like a fucking star.
Just being a movie star.
He was a star before. Exactly. Like this didn't launch him, but like this reinvented him. I think into more like a different kind of role.
I totally agree with you. I mean, everything that he was nominated for was after this. Finding Neverland and Sweeney Todd like came after this, and those were the other movies he was nominated for. So,
you ever watch did you ever watch the Depp film where he dies and puts himself in a computer?
No, what are you talking about?
We're gonna sidebar that for another day.
Like, what is that movie?
Dude,
I've never even heard of that.
All right, so like I watched it in it came out in 2014. I can't remember what it was. I saw it in theaters because it was on a class trip or something like that, right? But he dies. They upload his brain into the computer, and he basically
is it Transcendence?
Transcendence, yes, that's
I remember when that movie came out, dude.
So he
I
becomes
remember that
AI.
movie
He
going
becomes
around.
AI. He becomes omnipotent through the internet, and it's just like it's like the opposite of her. If you
Yeah.
think about it, it's an
That's
operating
funny.
system in love with his wife, who like he manifests like a physical body for himself somehow. I don't really know how
Yeah,
he does that. And then
that's funny.
they have to shut down the internet for good. Humanity can't use the internet because of him. So
That's an insane plot for a movie. I mean, Johnny Depp is an eccentric. He's been in all sorts of movies, in all ranges, in all manner of acting, and in everything he's in, he's really good. I mean, shit, I loved him in Rango as the voice of Rango. That's like one of my favorite animated films ever.
mm,
Um, but yeah, this is. I think like I don't know how you can not say that this is his best performance ever. Like he is Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow is like Jack Sparrow is not Johnny Depp. Like Johnny Depp is Jack Sparrow. Like
yeah,
it's
100%.
like it's his own person, and he does it so perfectly. So yeah, I think that was pretty obviously that was going to be the standout choice there. You know what we didn't talk about, man, to kind of cap things off here at the end. We didn't talk about how this might be the greatest score of any movie ever.
Yeah, I mean,
I cannot think of a more iconic score.
it's just like, bro, every time you've ever been outside in your life,
It's perfect.
dun, dun, dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun.
dun, dun. I listen to this when I work out too.
Dude,
This is also one of those movies.
it's so
And
good.
it's
And
just and it's
every time you're going on a hike and you're adventuring, you just like you hear the Pirates music in your head. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I
it's adventure
remember,
music.
shout
It's
out you and
adventure
I,
music.
shout out you and I actually probably about what, not 10 years ago, 9 years ago at this point, hiking. What mountain was that in Plymouth, bro? The
Like
easy
that
one. The easy one.
the hike
You
that
know
we
what I
did
mean?
like across from Cannon.
Yeah.
It was called I forget the name of it. It was just like a little like I don't know, 15-20 minute up and down. Like it was
Yeah.
tiny.
But regardless,
Well,
when we're going through I remember saying like I just hear the Pirates of the Caribbean music,
yeah,
like just
yeah. I actually shamelessly made a video in I think I was like a freshman in high school, and my older brother and one of his buddies like wanted to make a video, and it was just them sword fighting with wiffle ball bats for like 5 minutes and like black and white, and I just put this over it, and it was just like different shots of them like trying to replicate all the cool sword fighting moments in these movies, and they're like on top of a hill or on top of a car, and yeah.
shout out the St. Thomas Aquinas Panther.
Saint Thomas Aquinas, go Saints, pray for us. But yeah, no, the score is iconic. Again, I think it's the most iconic score in any movie. Maybe not in any movie, but one of the most iconic scores in any movie. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else here, man. I think we did him justice. I think we played the hits, right? This is what the movies are. Play
Yeah,
the
and like
hits.
we
And
talked like I mean this is just like this is a hit. This movie made so much fucking money, dude. Like,
and it just continues. It just continues to make
like
money. These
yeah.
movies, they won't go away in a good way.
Mhm. No,
I mean,
it's
granted, I don't love the sequel
what's the box
series.
office for all the Pirates movies? I need to
Yeah,
look
I'd be
this up
curious to
before we
see
do.
like the total gross, but I don't. I just don't love that they have made three more, and I do wish that they would just kill them. But what do you expect from Disney? They're gonna
The
milk
Pirates of
every.
the Caribbean franchise has earned 4.5 billion with a B dollars, dude.
That's insane. That is
Bro,
insane.
like obviously like tons of work needed to happen with this, right? Can you guess what the top grossing movie is of the five?
Of the five,
Yeah.
three.
No. Two.
Yeah, I felt like two was the obvious answer, but I feel like
Yeah,
after
two
two,
was the
everyone's gonna
obvious
go see three.
answer.
Yeah, that's not a surprise. Not a surprise that it's two. Two is the best. Two is
Yeah.
arguably the best movie. Again, for so many reasons, and so many reasons we just talked about for an hour. Like go listen to the Sidebar episode if you want to know why two is the
It's
best.
funny.
There's more time.
Four and five did the worst. They did worse than one, and
Oh,
that's
that makes so much sense.
yeah.
What does it go? Let me guess. Two, three, one, four, five.
I think it's 5-4 for the last
Yeah,
two.
but I
No,
got the
no,
top
you're
three
right.
right.
No, you had it. No, you had it. It's 4 or 5. I don't know the names of 4 and 5, so I can't really talk about them. You know.
I know, yeah. Five is Dead Men Tell No Tales. Four is it's a weird. Four is a weird. It's a weird title. It's on Stranger Tides.
And it's Dead Man
That's
46.
the one with Penelope Cruz.
Yeah.
And but 5 is the one. The reason I went to see 5 was because 5 had Javier Bardem in it,
Yes. Yeah, he's
and
the villain.
he's really good in it. But
That's
you
hard, right?
lose. You've lost, yeah, Javier Bardem. I mean, I love everything. I would love to do No Country for Old Men on this pod. It's one of my favorite movies ever.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, it's just you got too much pirates these days. But 1, 2, and 3, more specifically 2, are just some. They're iconic. They're iconic movies, and I love them. And I'm glad that we got to talk about them
Yeah.
because they're really good. So well done, man.
Yeah.
Do you have
Absolutely.
anything else?
No, hopefully we can bang out another episode, before the 3 weeks pass.
Yeah, I
we
mean,
doing another,
I like a
we doing
2-week
another we doing
cadence.
another poll? Yeah, I think 2 week fits us best. We'll do week 1 poll after this episode drops.
Yeah, we'll do another poll. I like the poll. I mean,
I like the
why not?
poll.
We'll pick the
I
movies.
like
They
the
pick
poll.
which one we
Single
do.
movie this time, I think, unless there's a double feature that you want to rip through. But I think even
Yeah,
if we
well,
do
I
a double
think it.
feature, I think we do 1 episode per movie.
Yeah, I mean, this was fine for a double feature. It was just a lot to
Yeah, but I
watch.
feel
But
like it works with movies that there's not a lot of meat to. Like, I feel like
yeah,
it's gonna be harder for us to discuss Pirates 1 and 2. We could have went more in depth, I think, in both. But like,
whatever.
this is easy for one. We'll figure it out.
The thing we wanted to do like a more like I don't know like a Disney-esque like Disney Universal movie like Pirates or Jurassic Park. Like we don't really do like the kitschy movies, and this was probably like the kitschiest that we've done. So we'll pick 2 more and we'll put a poll out next week. We'll let the people decide and we'll
Yep.
do whatever that is.
Yeah.
I love it,
Sounds
man.
good, man. Well, until then,
Good work.
this has been another episode
Of Sidebar Podcast, the
The
podcast,
Movies. The
the
movie.
movie, the
The
experience,
experience. The
the
ride.
ride.